Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. Good morning to you all. You are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. It's already midweek and the weekend is drawing closer and closer and closer. I know a lot of you are excited about the weekend. It's a festive season and every weekend be events be paying to know. Your Wednesday more, 2 days more, not Friday as well. Not go for now make a party no Friday party no. It's going to go well for you. Right. This is the news headline review. Right here we bring you all the latest headlines making waves in the news, from business to politics, from sports entertainment. We got you covered with the most relevant stories. I am your host, Ruth Esinam Fiagbedu. And joining me this morning in the studio is Miss Debbie Adoso, who will be sharing with us her informed perspectives and opinions on issues that matter to you every morning right here on the show. Good morning to you, Miss Debbie.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
The grace is sufficient.
Oh, we thank God. Debbie, how are you too?
How have been asking?
Oh, no, you don't ask
I'm
me.
sorry, ma. How are you too?
Please, I'm fine.
I like your chin. It's
Oh,
nice.
thank you. Where mommy bought it for me.
It's nice. I think she knows what suits you best.
Yes, she does. Thank you, mommy.
Wait.
Yeah, so before we dive into our major news items for this morning, I would like for us to look at some news story on the front page of some newspapers. So the new publisher, Parliament in complete disorder. Minority protest Bandai vacancy. ECOWAS declares state of emergency in West Africa. Tourists who allege kidnap snub police investigators. These tourist people, with the issue of the tourists, are they sure the people that picked them up were actually police officers? I don't know if you've seen the videos.
Where I think an American lady said she was picked up by police officers, alleged people personified to be police officers. And she's not wrong. If they are not police officers, I'm not sure she will say they are. But in a way, I'm getting to feel as if it's a plotted something.
Yes.
Because how can you
for
see
attention or something?
All of a sudden, she has deleted a video from social media because according to the PRO of the Ghana Police Service yesterday, she said all means to get this lady, or all efforts put in place to get this lady has not yielded any results. She has refused responding to messages. She has refused taking calls. She has deleted the video from her pages. The page she posted she has deleted it. And then she made mention that where she stayed, she was there with a friend. Often a friend in Sombra, and also she has refused. And then she's out of the country. So it's like I'm trying to say something fishy. I don't know whether they are trying to tempt Ghana police or what.
Or was it just for attention, or was because she has the attention now, and now they are investigating into the issue, and now you are snubbing the investigators. That should tell you that there's something fishy.
There's something fishy.
Something is wrong somewhere.
And it should tell you that Ghana Police Service of late are standing their grounds. Because at first, issues like this, you don't even get to hear them. You don't even get to hear the Ghana Police Service talking about it. But immediately the video popped out, the security service or the personnel, they took this issue so seriously. So it should tell you that they are on their guard and they are ready to face anyone who wants to be a terror or a threat to the country. And I've learned that, I think for Thursday, tomorrow, both Ghana Police Service, Immigration Service, soldiers will be patrolling from Black Star Square, moving all around the country in a way telling the people that they are ready. If you want to be a threat, as Christmas approaches or as the days goes by, you'll be used as an scapegoat. So it should tell you that our security personnel are really
they are ready for they are ready for the festive season because they know that that's actually the market day for the robbers and then for the thieves as well, because there are lots of events going on in town. So people will be around. So if you don't stand your guard, they will rob you. So they are also on guard. Waiting for you. Immediately they see you misbehaving, they will take you on. I'm just hoping that the lady will just come out and tell us something reasonable, because I don't see why you report a case
and then you are running away from all or they've threatened her that when she says something they are going to. How would you be afraid when the police are around?
My problem is if the approach you even use, I feel it's wrong. Why then do you have to go on social media and then and be ranting about it? Because definitely if you go there and then post about it, they'll come for you. I just felt like she should have just gone to the police station and then report the case rather than going on social media to rant. Now everybody has seen your face, so if they take those people on, definitely they'll come for you.
It's a fabricated story or something. She was just trying to put up there to gain views and tarnish the image of the security.
Well, she was not the only person that made such a complaint. I saw 2 other videos as well, a lady and a guy also, who says he rented an apartment, an Airbnb, and then by the time he went out for an event and came back, he had been robbed. And one lady also says that her mobile phone. So I don't know if it was a planting between these 3 people. Because if you are snubbing the police, if you've made an allegation that you have been robbed, I feel like you should be happy and then go.
Report your case.
Yeah, you shouldn't hesitate to even help the police to arrest these people if you claim that indeed.
It should tell you that there is something fishy about this whole incident.
But please, let's be careful out there in this festive season.
Because sometimes they rob, police go after robbers and then they have soldiers' uniform. Police uniform.
And even police uniforms.
So it should tell you that even these criminals,
legit.
they might hold And I think some time ago in a village, there was a man who wears the police uniform patrolling around, claiming to be a police officer, arresting people, beating people mercilessly. And then they went for him. They realized that he was not a police officer. Where did you get the uniform? Where did you get the car?
So bit me to happen.
So it should tell you that there is a lot to do.
There's a lot to do. Right. Parliament in complete disorder. I think yesterday we watched the Parliament proceedings together.
Yes,
and then we saw how the minority were ranting and then making noise. No third term, no third term. And they also and no vacancies and then all of that. But I wanted to ask, is President John Dramani Mahama showing any signs that he wants to go for a third term? Because it's a bit confusing. And I've heard him and also read a news story that he doesn't even have the intention of running for a third term. Also, I know the president's no real farming. So I don't know where this whole thing is coming from. If the minority is seeking for attention again, or you know how they do it.
Yeah. Looking at President Mahama, he doesn't look like someone who wants to change or review the constitution just because he wants to come back to power. No, his term has ended. And I've seen a lot of people calling on him to, he should continue. Looking at what he is doing, a lot of people are appealing to him that he should take that bold step. But looking at our constitution didn't state that. But you see, I don't know why the minority are bringing up this issue again. Because when they started, President Mahama boldly stated that he is not interested in running the race to become a president again. He's almost done with the race. So immediately he's done that exit. He's not coming back. In as much as people are calling on him to change the constitution and then rerun, again. He said he is not going to do that. So why are you panicking? And as you said, you made mention or made a statement that is there something that we are not getting to know? Is there something fishing going on in Parliament that we are not knowing, or among the members of Parliament? And this in Libya, Sutre, and Emma Winabaya, we don't know. But looking at the conduct of the president, for me, none of his conduct shows that he has that interest of coming back into power again. I don't see that. I don't literally see that. But even if it should happen,
would you be happy about that? Mind you that
I wouldn't be happy. No.
Yeah, because mind you that if he changes or amends the constitution and then come for a third term, that should tell you that the subsequent presidents that also come
will do same.
Can also go for third term.
Yes, they will.
Yes,
they will.
So I'm just praying that he doesn't do anything.
That if it were to be the NPP, they will do it.
The NPP.
They will do it.
Oh, but Nanado didn't do that.
Nanado didn't do it, but they can do it. They have the tendency of doing that. They are capable of doing anything. They will do it. But you see, that shouldn't be the case. If President Mahama should change something in the constitution, it should be something that is of national concern. There are a lot of things that needs to be changed in the constitution. Not coming again for a third term. Because when you do that, the next government that will come on board will do same. Even if he's the worst president, he will change it, and there is nothing you can do because that president has already been set, and so he is continuing with that. So why don't we just maintain it? 4 years is enough to accomplish your policies. 4 years is enough to accomplish your initiatives. It's because of corruption we are not able to do that, and so we feel like we need a lot of years, added years to do that. No. Imagine everything is working. Imagine the country is free from corruption. Imagine appointees are transparent and fair to the people. We will not see this. We will be far, far, far ahead than where we see ourselves today. So I feel like 4 years is enough for every government to explore and as well develop the country. And that has to do with you not over-promising what you cannot do. Bring out a promise that you know you can fulfill. That is why I always say that there should be a national plan. When we have a national plan, when a government comes on board, maybe you focus on education. So when I'm PPP president and then I'm being voted for, and I come into power, I know that I'm focusing on education. So my best motive is make sure that schools are built, even in remote areas. War classic schools are built. They are war resource. That is what I focused on, and also ensure that the economy is stabilized. These two things. Then maybe the next government that comes on board, you are focusing on the health sector. You make sure that hospitals are built in every community, not just hospitals. So war classy hospitals,
modernized
war resource,
ones.
modernized one. You don't have to travel all the way from a village in Nyankpala to Accra before you come for
proper
health care. You can be there. Then the next government that comes on board, you focus on construction of roads. Trust me, you be any papa. But way bar or the way Accra or the way Accra or the way Accra, and then manifesto like 30 pages. You're not able to complete it, and definitely we will hold you accountable, because that was the words of your mouth, and so you are supposed to fulfill it.
Right. And there's this new story that government blows $10 million to rescue cities. That is what the government have done. And people are like, if you've blown this amount of money into the system to rescue the city, then by now the city should be around 8 cities or 7 cities. But now the city is still at 11 cities, if I'm not mistaken. 11 to 12 cities or 10 cities.
So that is for who? The president.
That is for the finance minister. The finance minister and the governor for the Bank of Ghana. They have injected, this is the amount of money they've injected into the system. And then people are like, still the dollar is up. But even still that the dollar is up,
we are not seeing anything. No.
They are still complaining that dollar now is too low until like Embra, maybe you should go somewhere 17 cities, 15 cities or something. So what do you people want?
Oh,
but
you see, when the dollar goes up, business people who are so much into business make a lot of money out of it. When you have relatives in outside the country and they send you money. Remember last year when the city told $1, the city was not getting its strength to fight the dollar. Whilst people were crying, some business moguls were making money. They were making money because say dollar ne cost when they send you the money and then you exchange it, it's a lot in Ghana cedis. But when the cedi stabilize with the dollar and then they send you that same amount of money, you are getting like 1,000 cedis, 500. What the year then? So you see, when it has to do with business, people are crying. That is why I remember when the cedi to the dollar was stabilized, we've had issues and from some artists, even Kwame Eugene came out to state that say I no want me do dollar and be bank or because I can create then on the bay. But when the dollar goes up, they make more money. So you see, we don't know what we want. We don't really know what we want as a country. And even as the dollar to the cedi have stabilized, how well are we feeling it? We are not really feeling the impact.
Because goods and services are still
high.
They are still high. I think the only thing that we are feeling is the reduction in transportation.
Yeah, the reduction in transportation.
And even that one, we are not even feeling it.
We are not.
Because tell me why I'll pick one vehicle. The vehicle will say, Meko La Paz. Obedu La Paz. Now I started pie. Awoshi. Obedu Awoshi. Now I started pie Ablekuma. Odu Ablekuma. Or pie Pokwase. So imagine you are from La Paz. You are going to Pokwase. How much money are you paying? Because all my own fans or so. Obeka say Ubetu a new price.
And because you see, and one thing has to do with the laws also not working. Imagine our laws are working and then it takes these people on. So the government has given a directive. The cedi to the dollar has stabilized. Reduce the prices of goods and services. That is the only way the citizen can also feel the impact of the stabilized cedi. When you don't reduce it, it is only a hearsay on paper. When you come to tell me that the cedi to the dollar has stabilized, and me, the citizen, the ordinary citizen, I don't feel the impact of what you're saying. I just laugh because I see you as a comedian. You can't tell me that the cedi to the dollar has stabilized. Meanwhile, when I go to the market, I'm still buying the tomato that I used to buy, the kroa at 50 cedis. I'm still buying it 50 cedis or 60 cedis. And you're telling me the cedi is stabilized. So it's mean the cedi to the dollar is stabilized on paper, but not on grounds. And even if it's stabilized, it is on major petty things that petty things are woundy. So let's take part for instance. I'm not saying that part is not good. It's good. It's stabilized. You were part of it, but when the month ends. But food, you eat food every day, and the prices of food are not stable. You can go and buy a pack of rice today at 50 cedis. The next 3 weeks or the next 1 month, you go back and then they'll tell you that it has been increased to 60 cedis. It is not stable. So if you're saying that the dollar to the cedi is stable, then it automatically means that all these things should reduce. When they don't reduce, then it means that we are not feeling it.
So we are not feeling the impact.
No, we are not feeling the impact. Chronic transport. The other time we went for reporting, Regina and I, when we were coming back, we didn't get straight vehicle, so we alighted at Odoko. Sister, we could have picked Odoko vehicle. No, we will get it from. We'll pick a vehicle from Odoko to Anya, which is 5 cities. Do you know how much they took from us?
How much?
I think they took each person 8 cities. And then to make 16 cities.
16 cities. Opa menfo.
Whether you are going to Pokwase, whether you are lighter,
wherever you are light,
it's 8 cities.
It's 8 cities.
And then Kaswa, anytime you get to Accra,
now Kaswa is even 30
cities.
Sorry. As I said earlier, people are now ordering boats delivery.
Yes. Oh yes.
Boat delivery. If you are delivering something, a package to somebody, you can just order boats. Now they order the boats. The boat driver gets there. The boat rider gets there with a motor vehicle. Then they ask, "Where is the package?" They say, "I am the package. Come and pick me to my house."
No.
Now that is what is trending.
No.
It's come now in your car. Just
order for something.
I am the package.
Yes,
take me to my house.
Then you pay the person.
And even that one is even lesser.
It's lesser.
Yes, it's lesser. Right. Let's dive into our news items for this morning. Mahama unveils plan to modernize Ghana's health facilities. President John Dramani Mahama has announced a major plan to upgrade and modernize health facilities across Ghana. The initiative, he says, is part of effort to make Ghana a leader in health innovation and specialized medical care in Africa. Speaking at the WHX Leaders Africa Summit in Accra on December 9th, President Mahama said the program will focus on retooling hospitals, improving equipment, expanding dialysis services, and enhancing specialized care services across the country. He explained that the project will be driven through strong public-private partnerships to ensure sustainable financing and efficient implementation. As part of the health vision, the president also highlighted Mahama Care, a universal free primary healthcare policy aimed at making basic health services free for all Ghanaians so that no person is denied care because of cost. He further called on international pharmaceutical companies and vaccine manufacturers to collaborate with African governments to establish vaccine production hubs, as well as support local production of essential medicines to reduce dependency on imports and increase health security on the continent. Right. How will the president ensure that this initiative actually takes place, modernizing our healthcare? Because mind you, if you go to most of our public hospitals, they are still using the old machine. Once digitalization has come in, sometimes you go and then they ask you your hospital card. At this juncture, meaning that if you don't send your hospital card, it's either they will not take care of you or you have to pay for a new hospital card. Whereas now technology is in place, immediately you give them your name, they input it into the machine and then your name pops up and then you are good to go. But lack of digitalization and modernization in one for card and they'll convince you or they'll tell you to get another card.
Yes,
compulsory.
You have to go to the health insurance office.
Yeah, you get it. Well, President Mahama plans to upgrade our health facility.
But that is a very good step he has taken. Because as you said, sometimes when you go to the hospital, your folder, they have a storeroom where they store people's folder. And then they'll go and be looking for this folder and they can take like 1 hour, 30 minutes and still not get your folder. Imagine the case you've brought on board is an emergency case. But they need your folder because sometimes people bring a health problem to the hospital, and then it's they check your formal update on your health. Maybe you used to come here with malaria cases, and this time it's still malaria or something else. So the folder is very, very needed. So why don't we not digitalize this folder and then input everything into the computer system? Immediately the person comes and the person mentions his or her name. You tap the first name of the person, and then it appears, and straightforward. The person is being referred to a doctor, whether an eye doctor, whether a dietitian, whoever it is, and then they send the person there for treatment. That would have been better. And I think this is about time we stop that queue. When you go to a hospital, I don't know whether you've experienced that. There are queue you are supposed to form. You go and before me a long queue, not like standing, but there are chairs you sit, and it has to do with row by row. Sometimes a bit you no, so we can find a way of taming all those attitudes and behaviors. And I also like the fact that he said he will be retooling this hospital. That is very, very, very important, because we have a lot of hospitals who lacks basic equipment, and it makes the work so difficult. A doctor cannot practice without having the necessary equipment. The nurse cannot do his work when she doesn't have the necessary equipment to deliver proper what's the name? The health service to these people, to this patient. And sometimes they have to transfer a patient all the way to Kolebu, whereas we can resource these hospitals. And that is why you see that what's the name? This contract that they want to terminate. Oh, it's a drone. The zip line. The zip line. So the zip line is to send medicines and stuff to vaccines and all medications to remote areas where vehicles finds it hard to finds it very difficult to pave its way through to the community. So they send those medications there. But why can't we just resource these hospitals? Let's resource them, let's modernize them, and make it so efficient and convenient to these people. And that is why I understand these nurses. Even me, when I'm a doctor, if you are posting me to a remote area, there is no problem when you post me to a remote area. But then when I get there and I realize that where I'm going to work is not conducive. They have nothing, they have no equipment. How do you expect me to work? Exactly. How do you expect me to do my work and do it well? And this is the case where you hear people saying that, na doctor, or you're diligent, doctor, or you're incompetent. Or you're incompetent, you provide him with all the necessary things that he needs in doing his work. Recently, I think they were passing out some badges of doctors, and the vice president went there. She was giving a speech. She said she made mention of something that I didn't agree with her. What did she say? She made a statement like, I'm rephrasing it because I can't. So she made a statement that you went into that profession because you have passion for the work. You love the work, and so when they post you to the place, go work for the people, work for Ghanaians, put the people at heart. It's good though. Passion. You have the passion, but when you get there, the things are not there. We passion yet they materializing. Yes, when you get in, the things are not there. How do you expect that passion to materialize? You are telling them that I should go to the remote area. You are encouraging them. It's nice. But when they get there and the things are not there, the equipment are not there to work, how do you expect them to work? So I think for me, what I want them to do is what the president is saying that they want to do. And we've heard this countless without number. I just hope that they will do it. They will resource these hospitals, provide the needed equipment for the doctors, and make it so easy for them to work and work efficiently. Right. Modernization, we need it in our hospitals. Yes, we need it. It's very, very, very necessary. We need it. Because if it's going to help save people's life, just as you mentioned the zip line, yes, it's a Ghana car or to me will be manual. Yeah. But that shouldn't be the case. The zip line transports medicine and vaccine using the drone, and no traffic. It's just like what's the officer now control you now controlling now.
and it works so swiftly and then easily.
Yeah.
That is something that has been introduced in our health sector that really helped. Well, I'm just hoping that this whole contract, they solve their issue. If we happen to get something like that in our health facilities, it's really going to help a lot.
Yes, it will help.
People will be able to save people's life on time.
On time.
An example is what happened during the LWAC, the military whatever. I think that if maybe the ambulances would have gotten there earlier, would have been able to save some people's life. That is what I think. Because when the thing happened, you see the people on the floor, and then they were now waiting for a car to come and pick them up.
Struggling for their lives.
Yeah, you get it. So assuming these cars, we have it in abundance, and then like they are everywhere, immediately you call them swiftly. But now look at our ambulances. If you are no could be a cement.
Cement in a womb.
Look at that.
It has one house.
It's very, 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 very bad. And I think that is something that we need to look at.
And even normal checkups. You don't need to go to a hospital. I've seen cases where in the Western world, the only thing they do is that after your data and everything has been digitalized and everything, you have the doctor's number or maybe a nurse's number. When you want to do checkup or something, like video call or something, and then they ask you what is wrong with you, and then they talk to you, and it's confidential. It's personally between you and the doctor. You don't have to come in and be forming long queues, paying money and all that. So I feel like when we do that, it's going to help us.
It's going to help us. Right. Moving on. Minority demands withdrawal of letter declaring Pandai seats vacant. The minority in Parliament is pushing for Parliament to reverse a letter that declared a Pandai parliamentary seat vacant. The letter was sent to the Electoral Commission after a High Court ruling ordered a rerun of the 2025 parliamentary elections in the constituency. The Clerk of Parliament wrote to the EC on December 4, 2025, stating that the seat was vacant based on the court's decision declared on November 24, 2025. But the minority disagrees. Speaking in Parliament on Tuesday, Minority Chief Whip Frank Anodompre said the move was unfortunate and against the rule of law. He argued that Parliament acted prematurely and called for the letter to be withdrawn immediately. This agreement sets the stage for further political tension as parties prepare for the rerun. So the minority in Parliament wants Parliament to withdraw the letter that was declared, that was sent to Parliament to declare the Pandai seats vacant. So this followed a court ruling called for a rerun for that particular constituency, and the minority says that the decision was rushed and insists the letter must be cancelled. And now the issue has, sparked some sort of protest and debates in Parliament. And then yesterday we saw our honorables. You see them. I saw in Team Fojo. Hey, Pushy Obi say, hey, honorables. And then, mind you, there were actually students up there.
Yes, there were students up there.
There were students up there
who were there to learn the proceedings of Parliament, and
they were doing this.
So they are learning it.
Oh,
when they also become members of Parliament one day in the future, they will do the same.
But do you think this coming from the minority is actually justified, that they should withdraw or reverse the letter that was sent to the EC declaring that seat vacant?
It should be withdrawn, sister. It cannot be withdrawn. Was it not the same thing they did to Jachikosin? Oh yes, that was the same thing they did to Jachikosin. His own was even bad. Say papa, he call court and anytime he gets to court, they keep adjourning the issue. They keep adjourning the case. Kopim say this current administration came on board and they finalized everything. That man went through hell. We saw it. He went through hell. But did you see NDC wearing black to Parliament? Did you see them hitting the table and misbehaving?
And they were holding bottles.
They were kids. Even today, kids wouldn't behave as such. They are matured enough. You can even see a kid telling his mom to stop doing what she's doing because she's acting poorly. I've seen a video where a kid is wrong, but I've seen a video where a kid was slapping the mom because he feels like the mom was disgracing him in public just because the woman got drunk and she was misbehaving in public, and the child at the age like 6 years was slapping the mom, telling her that what she's doing is wrong. It is that Kolana at that age knows that even though he's a child, he knows that what the mom is doing is wrong. You are drunk and you're on street shouting, doing things. What is that? And then when you come to parliament, people are old enough to conduct themselves in a good manner, portray a good image out there. Look at how you are behaving. Don't forget that the parliament is not only viewed by Ghanaians. We are viewed internationally. We also have students there who are there to learn. Anytime there is proceedings of parliament, there are always students there coming to learn how parliament go about their daily activities, how issue is brought on board, how it's being solved, how they even bargain on issues, and then they judge on matters. They come there to learn all those things, because don't forget that they learn that in social media,
social studies.
Social studies.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to go to parliament and then have a feel of how it's being done. Now when I'm here, we have important issues that needs to be discussed, but when they are being discussed, you don't even see them putting that much energy into it. And then Pandai seat. Yes, we know that the Pandai seat, you don't want to just leave it like that. And so
you want to fight
you want to fight for it. But even the person who was the member of parliament for Pandai, who is your member, has stated that he is not afraid. When I listened to the man, I was like, this man is bold. You can.
He says wherever destiny takes him, he's good to go. He's good to go. He's ready to accept it.
If you listen to the man, you can see this kind of boldness, and he's confident that he won that election. So he has no in whether they want to rerun it or whatever they want to do.
He's ready.
He's ready for it. He has already stated it's no more problem. What is your problem? That is what I don't understand. In commodity jachi question na end is so bad and obey de na hey in kenini. Because what they did to jachi question a quarter cry and find papa yo. Oh yes, they did it. What they did, I remember that man went to parliament. They sacked him. Jachikwesi was sacked from parliament because they said his seat has been declared vacant. And now you went to parliament with what's the name? Bottles, and then hitting on the decks, making noise that seat should not be declared vacant. I wish this kind of energy would be pushed into passing that LGBTQ plus bill.
True.
It will be pushed in amending family rights and that's also a bill. It will be pushed into amending bills that make sense, bills that citizens are waiting to be passed so that it benefits them. Not when I'm more court anya declaring the stance. It's a more how day. Let them go and rerun the election. Whoever wins, it's fine. At the end of it, what we want is that Pandai needs a representative, because they are also Ghanaians, and then they need someone to represent them. They want development in that country, so that is what they want. So at the end of it, say MPP now we know, say NDC now we know. All that we want is that a representative for Pandai. That is it. No, they are saying, they know what they are doing.
They know.
They are just scared that NDC is going to take that seat again. That is why they are scared. But I see no reason why they did what they did yesterday. I see no reason. And as I said, that same energy should be pushed in amending bills that make sense. Should be pushed in amending bills that will help the people. And especially the LGBTQ bill. Do you know why I'm saying this? You see that man that was alleged that he sodomized that small boy. He has been granted 50,000 bill.
50,000 bill.
Where you're granting a bill. So issues like that, when no more energy, shame, no more pass separate. Or be said no a damn life imprisonment. Simple. It means you'll be barbara, but then you'll be granted bail to go and do what?
To go and sleep.
Like it hurts. Now I continue what. Oh, how come I got myself into this country? I don't even know. Was it a mistake?
Yeah, proud Ghanaian.
For now, I'm not.
Yeah, proud Ghanaian.
I'm not a proud Ghanaian.
Let's look at our last story and call it a wrap. ECOWAS declares regional state of emergency over rising coups security threats. So the regional bloc ECOWAS has announced a regional state of emergency, citing a wave of coup attempted and growing insecurity across West Africa. The declaration was made on Tuesday, December 9, 2025, by ECOWAS Commission President Omar Touray at the 55th section of the bloc's Mediation and Security Council held in Abuja. President Omar warned that recent events, including military takeovers and failed coups in several member states, show a dangerous erosion of constitutional rule and democratic norms in the region. The move signals heightened alertness among West African nations and underscores the urgency of collective action to defend democracy and restore stability. ECOWAS leaders say the bloc must confront the threat proactively to preserve peace and constitutional order across member states. So ECOWAS has declared a state of emergency in West Africa. Miss Debbie, I don't know why ECOWAS has to wait for things to get worse before they react. What do you make of this?
It's funny. It's funny because they are not serious. Oh yes, ECOWAS is not serious. Why would you wait for an issue which can be easily prevented? Why should you wait for it to escalate? Then you step in. Immediately you start sensing danger. You take a step and then you ensure that it is being prevented. Not after assembly issue a state of emergency. Now a state of emergency now issue will it going to deter the people? Will it going to send a signal to that leader, telling him that I'm supposed to change my ways? Do they even caution themselves? ECOWAS, do they caution themselves? Do they sit down to analyze like their work? They themselves analyze their work. You are not doing well. Are they even bold enough to look into each other's faces and discipline themselves and then tell them that what you are doing in your country, it is not right. Do it this way, do it that way. They don't do it. When the issue escalates and it becomes so worse, then you are declaring a state of emergency. Because you want to preserve democracy. And you see, that is why we always say that democracy, as we see it as a savior, is not a savior. It is rather a doom. It's a Satan in a white cloth. Because democracy has done not good to Africa. It has rather worsened the whole case. And the whole ECOWAS, representatives from all African countries, sitting down, bringing thought together, bringing ideas together, ensuring that all African countries are on the same pace of development, on the same pace of progress, and ensuring that the bad nuts are being taken out. Se the bad nuts are modiaba, and a motion mukutupa, and a soldier. Now, after the identity, we are going to declare the bay state of emergency. They are a bunch of jokes. They are a bunch of jokes.
Right.
The ECOWAS should be dissolved. If we don't have anything like ECOWAS and then things like this is going on, we will understand that we don't have a body that look into the affairs of these things. We don't. And so when it's happening, then we will know what to do. But when we have a body like ECOWAS, who are supposed to speak for the people, you don't do it because they are all the same. All the representatives there, they are all one. Because tell me, why will a normal human being, a sane human being, a stabilized mentality, or a stabilized mental, a stabilized mentality, you will be appointed as, what's the name? A president.
For ECOWAS.
No, they are representatives of other countries. So you are in ECOWAS, but you also represent a country, say maybe a president.
Yeah.
And then your time is up, and then you change the constitution to run again. Road won't construct it. The schools are bad. People are unemployed, and you keep on changing the constitution. Recently, or some time ago, there was this president of one African country. He's very, very old. I think, or Bakrai, they have to hold him.
Is it Uganda or some country like that?
They have to hold him to walk. So it was a very big forum where he was supposed to give a speech. Okodu why I didn't make this in the PSA or Kade. When you see, our system was built in a way, so when you get to a certain stage, like automatically there is nothing you can do, because that is how nature has made it. When you get to your early age, there are certain things you cannot do any longer. Even your mindset becomes so weak. How easy and how fast you used to think doesn't even work like that. You tend to forget things so easily. It's a do excuse yourself. Even if people are telling you to go, tell them that maybe I will do no, you need to rest. But they be yes sir. And then ECOWAS will keep quiet. They won't talk. They won't say anything. They won't say anything. They are pushing you to do it more. And when the thing happens, then you are sending peacekeepers to go and do what? I should say, yeah, we Ghana for see Yanko Beni. They should go and do what? They should go and help them mitigate what was going on.
Right.
No. So what we want ECOWAS to do is that African countries or African leaders are refusing to think. They are refusing to act as leaders. So they should caution their people to start reasoning as leaders.
Right. To
start putting the interests of the people first and not their own personal interests, selfish and greediness. If not, we are now coming to see more African countries who will be taken by coup.
Right. Thank you so much, Ms. Debbie. You heard that from her. It's high time politicians put us first before their own selfish gain. Thank you so much for joining us in the news headline review. Up next, we have Debbie Ishkiro.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that matter to the state, void of politics, fear or favor. Akufo-Addo could have wiped out the entire leadership of the NDC over double salary and put them in Nsawam prison. So this is coming from the camp of the New Patriotic Party, and they are stating that the current administration is giving them a lot of pressure. The current administration is arresting their people. The current administration is infringing on their rights. The current administration is intimidating them. They are not giving them the freedom to move and also to breathe. But imagine the former president came into power and he did same to them. Then they would have been sure that all the NDC, will be in prison, or they'll be in Sawan prison by now. So now the question lies on, if you are a party, a political party, and then you comes into power, and then you feel like the government you've taken after, or the party you've taken from, left behind a very bad precedent, what do? You go after them. If it has to do with all of them going into the prison, why not you push them there? You push them there for the sake of the people. You push them there in the interest of the people. Because when you push them there, then it means that they didn't do their work right. Because when I hold an office and someone takes after me, before I hand over my notes and everything to the person, I'm supposed to clarify to the person, make the person know that, well, when I came to this office, this was what I was given to. This is how far I've come. This is what is left behind. This is the debt we incur. Then you make the person know. You create the awareness of the person before the person before the person takes over that office. And you saying that if the MPP should have walked in the same route as the NDC has done or is doing now, all the NDC members would have been in prison by now. So you had that opportunity. Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? And this kind of notion that all politicians are the same is true. All politicians are equally the same. Because I've never seen a politician arresting a politician before. No, I've never seen that. A politician arresting his fellow politician. I've never seen it happening. They always don't do that. They find a way of covering their people. In the sight of the ordinary citizen, they speak as if they are for them, but then behind the scene, they work for their own people. They push them up there. They cover them up. And that is why we see all that we see. One has to do with corruption. Because a government will come on board, they don't have the interest of the people at heart. Instead of them putting up their best into what they've promised the people, fulfilling it and ensuring that these people are living very comfortably, they don't do it. And then they end up embezzling state money, amassing wealth for themselves, flying their families out of the country. And then the government that comes on board, instead of the government to take these people on, they won't do it. They'll just fold their arms and then look at you go scot-free. And when you come on in power and then you don't arrest anybody, then it means that it means they're not involved in any crime. Yes, that is what it means. When an office is being given to you, and then you've taken over from someone, and then you are not able to report, maybe the person didn't tell you what he or she is supposed to tell you. And then upon resuming into that office, you've realized certain mistakes, challenges, and all that. What do? You confront the person. You communicate to higher authority. You let them know that this is what is going on. This is what has been left behind. You were not told the total truth. And then you let the people know that. But when you don't do it, then it means that the person is free. It means that the person is free from that crime. The person is free, whether from corruption, the person is free from it. Because you have no evidence to back your claim. So if you didn't do it, and someone comes into power, the person is arresting people because it feels like this person is engaged in one crime or the other, why then do you talk? Why then do you have to utter a word? So long as we are alive, the economy still runs, and then we have money in the system. We have corrupt people in the system as well. We have people who have already made up their mind that the only thing they will do is to embezzle state money. In fact, their mission on earth and the reason why they were created is just for that purpose. Just to steal. And they steal with boldness, they steal with confidence because they know no one is coming after them. They know no one will question them. They know they are not going to stand before any court or any law or any judge. And even if they are to stand before a judge, they are going to be vindicated. And so they don't care. And that is why we've not even arrested one person. That is why we are not even able to prosecute anyone. Day in, day out, we changes governments and a new government comes on board. And day in, day out, we hear them saying that the amount that has been left behind is not what was promised. So, where is the rest of the money? Who has taken that money? You go after the person, then you arrest the person. You let the people know that you are doing your work. Because you cannot tell me that we live in a country where there are not thieves. There will definitely be thieves. Just imagine those ghost names that we've heard of. Deceased being paid. Employees taking NSS money. Retired officials are still receiving salary. People who have exited that work and have enrolled in a different work are still getting paid for a work they stopped like 3-4 years ago. And then we buried this. And I think these are the things political parties need to sort out. If your party comes on board and they feel like the other party didn't steal, they didn't do anything and you didn't go after them, that is your problem. If a new party comes on board and they've realized that there've been much embezzlement of state funds, things were not put in their right places, and they're going after the people, we don't expect the other party to talk. So long as they are going after you, it means they have their evidence. it means they've done their proper check. And they know that truly, you've done that. You've done what you've been accused of. The motive should be we fighting these people. And then forging forward for a developed country. A country that is free of corruption. A country in which we have politics, but all issues are not supposed to be mad or buttressed with politics. That is what we want. That is what we want to see. And we should also do away with instances where when a political party member is being arrested, we'll have people or members of that party standing behind the person, supporting the person, making claims that do not even exist. Because mind you, the person is being sent into court. And the court, as an institution, it's not like you sending someone there that day, no, and then the person is being allowed to go, or maybe the case is being sorted out. They'll have to verify it, they have to probe into the issue, and then be totally or 100% assured that what you've been accused of is right or wrong. And sometimes these politicians try to interfere, influence, and then at the end of it, we see nothing out of it. What we are trying to say is that when a party comes into power, you've taken after a party, and then you realize that they were not doing what they said they were doing. Go after them. Because that office that they are holding, or the office they are working in, belongs to the state. It belongs to you and I. It is your money. It is my money. You go after them. You don't keep quiet because you feel like when I go after them and they also come, they won't go after me. You didn't go after them, and then they are in and they are going after you. Why are you complaining? One thing we should always sought after is the development of the country. No one is above the law. No one, not even the president, is above the law. So long as someone is found guilty, the person should be made to face the law. That is what we want to see, not politics. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.
Thank you so much, Miss Debbie, for that grill. Yeah, so before we take leave of you, we have a birthday wish we need to wish one wonderful young boy. So happy birthday to you, Ivan A. Bubu. Happy birthday to you. I love you, and may the Almighty God continue to bless you with long life to become prominent, to become a prominent person like myself and JM. And this is from your dad, DJ Vasco. Happy birthday to you, Ivan. We wish you a very good day and a very blissful birthday. May this birthday mark the beginning of greater things to happen in your life. Do have a lovely birthday. Right, with that being said, this is where we draw the curtains for the news headline review. And as that's the first segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. We'll be going for the news shortly, and right after the news, we'll be coming up with a second segment. Please stick and stay with us.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries,
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Welcome to the morning news update on Ghana Talks Radio. Coming up, United Nations Development Program in partnership with Ghana urges small medium enterprises to leverage technology and AI for growth. Roads and Highways Minister cautions against financial indiscipline as advisory board is inaugurated. Leukemia Project Foundation pushes for regional treatment hub in the country. Beniku pulse in comparison to Ghana's Galamsey Menans. Kofi Bentelafu calls for exposure of politicians and chiefs involved in Galamsey. These and many more coming up your way shortly in business, sports and showbiz. The United Nations Development Program in Ghana is calling on micro, small and medium enterprises to embrace technology and artificial intelligence to boost productivity and stay competitive in the market. This appeal was made at the Nimdie series, a platform designed to equip Ghanaian micro, small, medium enterprises with the tools and expertise needed to succeed. Experts at the event highlighted the transformative potential of digital tools for small businesses, emphasizing the critical role micro, small, medium enterprises play in Ghana's economy, with micro, small, medium enterprises accounting for 92% of businesses. Fostering a supportive financial ecosystem is crucial for driving sustainability and growth. The United Nations Development Program's initiative aims to address key barriers facing the medium-small enterprises, including limited access to capital, financial services, and digital literacy. By expanding access to financial services, strengthening digital skills, and creating a supportive policy environment, the UNDP hopes to empower micro, small, medium enterprises to thrive in an increasingly digital world.
All know that artificial intelligence has come to stay. The future of development, the future of business is really into digital. And as UNDP, our key role is to ensure that no one is left behind. We've been working very closely with MSMEs of various types and shapes across the country And through our media series, we've seen the need to bring them together through virtual platforms, but also in-person conversations to educate them, to build their capacities on the various AI tools and what they can do for their business. So that is why we brought them here. We brought them to understand clearly the various types of tools that are there, what prompts they can make, and how those prompts can help them transform their business ideas, transform their branding, to transform their marketing ideas, etc. Through the support of KPMG and UNDP, we've been able to bring this series to a series of MSMEs who have gathered here. Our work on MSMEs goes together with work that's been done by Ghana Enterprise Agency, National Coordination Office of AFCFT, as well as the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. And we're doing this together to ensure that MSMEs, who form the backbone of the Ghanaian economy, one, they grow and can scale, and two, they are also able to generate the needed employment opportunities for them.
Minister of Roads and Highways Kwame Gavin Sagboja has cautioned against financial indiscipline within the ministry, emphasizing the need for prudent management of resources. This caution came as he inaugurated the ministry's advisory board, tasked with providing strategic guidance and oversight. The advisory board is expected to play a crucial role in ensuring the ministry's projects are implemented efficiently and effectively. Minister Agboja's caution highlights the benefit of transparency and accountability in the ministry's operations. The inauguration of the advisory body is seen as a step towards enhancing the ministry's performance and addressing the challenges facing the road sector in Ghana.
Ghanaians are genuinely not happy with the road network wherever they live. We as a ministry also noticed that right from the time of transition, we have significant challenges, including cost overruns for projects, where, for instance, in 2024 alone, over 30 billion cedis of projects were awarded, majority of which did not even have any commencement authorization from Ministry of Finance, which is actually not the way we should run the ministry. I can understand as a Minister of Road that the temptation to keep awarding projects, regardless of whether we can fund it, is there. But so far, we have been able to resist much of that. We are also in huge debt, in excess of 40 billion Ghana cedi for works done and not paid for, and contractors are in distress. We are very grateful that in the past 1 month alone, you have paid close to 6 billion Ghana cedi towards retiring part of those indebtedness. We also have
the president of the Leukemia Project Foundation, Gerald Osei Boache, is calling for the establishment of a permanent regional hub in Ghana to strengthen treatment, research and patient support for leukemia and related blood disorders. This initiative aims to address the growing burden of blood-related disorders in the country and West Africa. The proposed Center for Hematology and Clinical Genetics, to be located at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, will provide advanced treatment, diagnostic services and professional training opportunities. The Leukemia Project Foundation has been working towards this goal since 2006 and the construction of the center underway. The foundation is appealing for contributions to support the project and ensure no Ghanaian patient is denied care due to limited facilities. The establishment of this regional hub is expected to have a significant impact on healthcare in the country and the wider West African region, providing much needed access to specialized treatment and care for patients with leukemia and other blood disorders.
Like this, when you get the human resource involved, when you get the reasons and the research there, and just there, we might have some solutions, more solutions, and probably everlasting cure or management procedure for this. But for now, I'm sure when you go to Kolebu, you can count the number of hematologists that will want to specialize in leukemia. Even the resources for them to just manage, not to cure, manage patients, it's horrific. I mean, it's not existent. So for some time, until we got all our acts together in terms of we got the drawings, we got the land, for some time leukemia was just doing awareness and supporting doing patient management. But then we knew that an everlasting solution, a more sustainable solution, would be to have a center here in Ghana and West Africa where we can put in the resources to properly manage and cure this disorder and other related disorders.
Political analyst Yawasani Tano has compared the destructive impact of illegal mining to the recent coup attempt in Benin. According to him, Galamsey activities are causing more havoc in the country. Speaking in an interview, Asani Tano emphasized the need for urgent action to address the Galamsey menace, which has ravaged Ghana's environment and economy. Meanwhile, the recent coup attempt in Benin, fueled with the help of Nigerian forces, has left several people dead and many more injured.
I have never been partisan when it comes to Galamsey. And we have been crying for state of emergency at the affected areas. I also Jafugo. The AC we have is more than the coup d'etat that happened in Benin. So we have that ammunitions, that courage, that force to go and intervene a coup in Benin. Now the coup that is happening on our grounds, destroying our water bodies and what we will eat. And when we want to talk about Galamsey, it's not deterrent enough. Coup d'etat now must with Benin. We lost gallant men, 9 of them, in a very devastating, gory death. Now, in the interest of somebody outside the continent of Africa. Which people are we? We are all fixated, and I say we have been imbibed in that new colonialist mentality. And we don't see that we first, we prioritize things that are not actually, that does not concern us. I'm not coming because my child ura me osidin ha. I say I do fear some. The AC Ghana regarding Galamsey, Nemos Ura Kenobua, his speech at the launch of Nemos, Ghanaians thought, including myself, said it was deterrent enough, said Ubia and Kose Kwaye because Okan said he crushed them. After that, look at what happened to him. The people he was supposed to crush nearly crushed him. Sanke Kuwa Kenobua. And then as we speak, after sad 9 years or more, and we're trick plane by a car accident. Let us not admire joking with these people. It's a terrorist attack on Ghana. And we sit here, we behave as if we haven't seen what is happening. Rather than here, I will say, Boko Haram, a kidnapper. Girls, so first one, we sought the help of, and I said Nigeria sought the help of America. Now America for me, we want to talk about accoutrement. Say Ebia drones, Nessa, no man, infrared cameras, I nam so to me a capture no man. But I say back guerrilla war party, and now Okofab a bonus of Nigeria. And now Omea the mount. Yes, Ghana when it comes to Galamsey, no say you are no pa. Any part about the room more. Not fair to her. Because you see, when we have gotten, there have been precedents enough to have made us declared state of emergency at certain areas. You who say krumpa near say kruno. A full pa near say a full videos. They are about to do the videos and put it out there.
Member of Parliament for Seshiri also Kofi Bento Afu has urged the public to name and shame politicians and chiefs involved in illegal mining. This comes amid growing concern about the devastating impact of galamsey on the environment and the economy. According to report, several politicians and chiefs have been implicated in galamsey activities. The National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat has also highlighted the role of influential individuals, including chiefs and politicians, in hindering anti-galamsey efforts. Mr. Kofi Efu call for accountability as a step towards addressing the galamsey issue.
Na samba ko kaka ho efa amanyofu oni ahemfo no de commander me galamsey eya dia minaba min pes me ahun na ni nyina ne se kwan ya wa bia no be fi ase afiri ba bi ansa commander me nya ya anka amanyofo ni ahemfo na omo interview for money crab abontin commander we are soldier yes me nyina yen shame on because edu ba bia sa no ma ne boa ni papi o ha wo de fasa akwan so a ma afi fere ni ngwase ntikura no otimi ejai politicians ay wo ma mu ha na enye political parties akwan na mienu mfonkon politicians wo Ghana ha it cuts across all and ye be kombekomu no in fact see nyina ye ni bia bobo ye hu ekodu ye we bo we ye ni mo inti mama no nwi politics cross say ya momwo ni yebu ontia na president Ghana ya mampanyi erefe NDC I say yanko hwe what is omonya NDC meme Kofi me say omampanyi kura yo omampanyi wono kura party no say ya ni nyina oda no wotimi adisa adwuma no na me ana commander ne yentimi enje. He has set a tone. You see, when you go into organizations, now person control, she say, "Yeah, Juma, if we be control environment, you say, okay, the phone no, sen kaya ne ye no, etimi you say, yeah, what for no so yeah, fast akwa no so a, ye ho enko card until be antimi entire. Nti say, see you, wo company ni mu no, eno kura timi tu sa na mo ne say, wa obedin semfun bia wo adwuma ko mu, mama ye do afa bra kwan so a. Na ye na from what will we be thinking? It is a tone president na asset yama yenyina, and that is what I'm saying. Say commander can fight you pa sisi oda me man ha no me man nye ne yakora what so the dey no suru say okoye no Kofi Bente afre no say me and he cannot mention Kofi Bente say one na AC makwa. Me I'm near challenge you. I'm encouraging him to come to that level. What he has done, the why year says okay, problems, no, some of the hindrances. To some extent, to be hindered because some politicians name opinion leaders, stakeholders, some politicians because stakeholders, any chiefs, meaning share or minimum. In says here, Kasa, hey, if you know, who say, hey, Akwe, Yansamu no canoe. In December, what me hinting is say, be a channel. It is a step in the right direction. Let's encourage the Naimos. Na wasumaka say ebeya anka say regions and I say nkrom be as adie high ni nyina no stable a good agency na me dem free commander na no enu am sure say bibi sa na cause because o say pra river no say see a o nya no hok sa menye so de nemrante ni nyina begu ha ma ehonko an ebehwe this also onya no bekuso patrol obviously there's a strategy say obeja ibinu ma ya hwe ha wabra ya kle no once omoko fofo and I know see nyina ebo omo sa kwan we so a galamsey enya dia Ghana yenti.
Youth members of the National Democratic Congress and the Northern constituency have taken to the street to protest against District Chief Executive Abdul Rahman Rosina, citing alleged misconduct that threatens party unity and electoral prospect. The demonstration follows a petition by the NDC constituency executives to their President John Dramani Mahama urging her immediate removal. The petition alleges the District Chief Executive executive diverted over 600 bags of subsidized fertilizer meant for vulnerable farmers and sold them to private retailers. Other allegations include lack of transparency in contract awards, selling free apprenticeship forms, and creating division within the party. The NDC Concerned Youth, however, has thrown their weight behind the DC, stating the allegations are baseless and intended to smear her reputation.
We would like to assure you of our unwavering support for the party, but we want to put it on record that if the party fails to take decisive action on the DCA within 1 week, we will not hesitate to take further action, and the consequences of such should not be blamed on party members. We are positive that you will accord us the necessary support and save the sinking image of the NDC in the district. We count on your continued support and cooperation. Thank you.
In business, officials of the Food and Drugs Authority, in collaboration with the Consumer Protection Agency, have begun a region-wide operation to seize substandard, expired and fake baby diapers from the market in the Ashanti region. The confiscated product, authority says, poses serious health risk to infants and consumers. The joint exercise follows intelligence gathering, extensive market surveillance, and laboratory analysis conducted on several diaper brands. The test revealed that many of the products were far below acceptable safety standards and contained contaminants capable of causing infections and other implications in babies. Describing the situation as alarming, both the Food and Drugs Authority cautioned that the growing influx of fat and fake baby diapers on the Ghanaian market threatens public health. Officials stress that infants who are particularly vulnerable to microbial infections face the greatest danger. Speaking to the media, Ashanti Regional Food and Drugs Authority Director Nathaniel Nana Kwabena Nkrumah said the authority remains resolute in clamping down on the importation and sales of illegal and harmful products. He urged consumers to be vigilant and report suspicious items. Executive Director in charge of mediation and arbitration, Nana Prempe Okojebo Eduhin, praised the FDA for its collaboration and retreated the agency's commitment to safeguarding consumers. He noted that while regulatory bodies are doing their best, the challenge is worsened by porous borders that enable the inflow of fake goods. Ghana is well positioned to strengthen its standing as a regional investment hub, driven largely by the growing depth and confidence in the country's fixed income market. This is according to the chairperson of the Ghana Stock Exchange Council and managing director of Access Bank Ghana, Pearl Nkrumah. She made the remarks during the 10th anniversary celebration of the Ghana fixed income market, which was observed recently under the theme 10 years of deepening market and expanding possibilities. Although the event took place earlier, the key issues she raised continue to resonate strongly within the financial sector as stakeholders focus on sustaining market reforms and investor confidence. In her address, she noted that Ghana's financial market has matured significantly over the past decade, earning renewed trust from both domestic and international investors. This progress, she said, places the country on a solid path to becoming a financial powerhouse within the sub-region. She described the Ghana fixed income market milestone as both a celebration of achievement and a reminder of the work ahead. 10 years ago, she explained the market began with a vision of building a transparent, efficient, and vibrant fixed income ecosystem capable of supporting long-term economic growth. Pearl Nkrumah credited the success of Ghana fixed income market to the combined efforts of its founding partners and stakeholders, the Bank of Ghana, the Ghana Stock Exchange, the Central Securities Depository, the Ministry of Finance, and the Ghana Association of Banks. Their collective commitment, she noted, has transformed Ghana fixed income market from a concept into a critical pillar of Ghana's financial architecture. Looking ahead, she stressed that the next decade calls for deeper market expansion, stronger policy alignment, and heightened investor confidence to attract a broader pool of issuers and stimulate innovation. She reiterated the commitment to broaden access, enhance transparency, and build a market that supports issuers, investors, and the wider Ghanaian economy. Mrs. Nkrumah affirmed that with sustained reforms and collaboration, Ghana is poised to solidify its role as a true regional investment hub, with the fixed income market serving as a key driver of that journey. To sports, technical advisor for the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, Betty Mensah, has expressed confidence in the Black Stars of Ghana ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The tournament draw held at the John Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C., United States on Friday, December 5th, placed Ghana in Group L. Many have expressed skepticism over Ghana's chances, recalling their group stage exit in the 2022 tournament. However, Crosby Mensah believes the 2026 World Cup will favor Ghana given the strength of the squad. The Black Stars will be making their 5th World Cup appearance since their debut in Germany in 2006. Ghana aims to build on past performances, including a quarter-final run in 2010. Led by coach Otu Addo, the squad will seek a deep tournament run. Ghana will open their campaign against Panama in Toronto in June 17th before facing England on June 23rd and 27th respectively. The 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup will feature 48 countries. The largest in the tournament history will be hosted by the United States, Mexico and Canada. In showbiz, Ghanaian gospel artist Celestine Donko has partnered with the Road Safety Authority to launch a road safety campaign aimed at reducing the rising toll of traffic accidents in the country. Under the initiative, she will compose new music and produce video content to raise awareness about the causes of road accidents. She also plans to use a public profile to engage communities in activities that encourage safer driving and responsible road use. In relation to this, Celestine Donko has urged drivers to obey speed limits and avoid distractions. The campaign comes amid grim statistics. From January to August 2025, 1,937 people reportedly died in road accidents, a figure that equates to roughly 6 to 8 fatalities in Ghana every day. This is not Celestine Donko's first effort in social responsibility. She has also led effort through a group for female gospel musicians to support sick and elderly veteran artists, providing donations and assistance without fanfare and public display. A few years ago, she served as a vaccination ambassador for the Ghana Health Service, using her platform to encourage public confidence in COVID-19 vaccines. With this road safety campaign, Celestine Donko hopes to highlight how everyday choices on Ghana's roads can have profound consequences and encourage citizens to take responsibility for safer driving. And that is how we end it on the morning news update. Thank you so much for making time with me. Do watch to log on to www.GhanaTalksRadio.com for more news stories. I am Deborah also. Good morning.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms.
and power amplifiers, binary speakers, and subs. We offer the highest of sound quality and music play at events and functions. At GTR Sounds, we have a team of seasoned and highly experienced sound engineers who understand just the right choice of music for your event. Locate our studios at Aponchi Hotel in Anya or call our numbers 054-8522-897 or 027-3363-973. You can also reach via our email sounds@GhanaTalksRadio.com. At GTR Sounds, we take care of your event.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Good morning to you once again. You are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. Sitting right here in the studio with me is Mr. Biadoso, and then we'll be looking at some relevant news stories. Fried egg. Oh my God. Where